Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more Unity of Command. We managed to get through one turn of this scenario, and considering its size, it looks like these turns are going to take quite a while. But let's get through it. We have 18 turns to go, so that's plenty of time to get the objectives we need done. Alright, so what is the deal with this guy? I really don't know what that star means. Veteran. Oh, okay, so that's just like our little... crosses. All right. I think that's the first time we've seen a unit with that on the enemy side. Maybe they had one and I just didn't notice. All right, let's see what we got down here. We can do one casualty. So why not? Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and full move and capture all this rail line, because I don't see a problem with that. There may be a problem in actually moving up to the city because we may potentially be able to attack it. Oh, actually, it doesn't look like anybody else can move up there, so we'll say no to that. We'll just move on through. We did weaken him enough so that we can ignore him. So that would give us supply all along the way. That's quite good. Well, with that in mind, we should just, I guess, just move up here and try and wipe out the guy that's in our way. Oh, okay. That could be so easy, huh? Well, I definitely think I should use... the tank and my motorized infantry to help out up here if I can. So, I don't know what we're going to do about this guy. I feel like we have to hit him so that he's not a problem. Okay. Now we can finish him off. Okay, we can use your overrun to move a little further. All right. Now, is there a river or something? No, there isn't. So I think it makes more sense to attack here. But I will link these two forces up. Okay, we don't have a good attack there. And that was just to keep this guy in supply, I think. And also stops him from being able to cross the bridge, which is one of the things I care about. Okay, so... these units over here don't really matter as long as they can't cut me off from supply. So let's keep going up the way here, then. So... one casualty there, we can do one there. We should be able to just wipe this guy out. Let's see if we get an overrun. No, we didn't. We also didn't get the kill either. Oh, let's go ahead and hit this guy. See if we can break his entrenchment. There we go. Let's now finish him off as well. Saying that, though, can't get in there to attack. Tanks are probably better off helping me in other places. This guy's kind of in my way. Let's hit him. Got an overrun. So I'll use the overrun. Finish this guy if I can. Interesting. We removed his special unit. I feel like I have to come up here. Try and finish that guy off. Infantry. Okay. Guys come up with the rail line, capturing it. I'm just going to finish this guy off just so he doesn't cause us any issues. We're going to move along rail line. Move forward. You in here. Those lines up a bit. Oh, that was a mistake. We can undo that move. Oh. I need to make sure this guy can't cut off my rail line, and this tank needs to come up, so let's have him go here. That way the enemy can't just go in and sever my rail line easily. But, I mean, in theory, maybe he could move up like this, cut me off like that. So maybe that was a bad idea, but it is what it is. Probably keep moving. Have you move here? So yeah, in theory, this guy could come in and cut my rail line off if he wanted to, and I can't necessarily stop him doing that. And attacking him seemingly would be a bad idea, so I'll hold on this guy because I've got some to make. This guy broke his entrenchment somehow. I guess they were moving infantry in and out of here. Question is, can we attack him? Doesn't look like it. No. Looks like they've got a good situation there. Oh, really? Well, I can hit this guy, and that gets us some progress, so sure. And then I'll just move up here to widen the hole a bit. We can hit this guy again. Hoping to get him to move back. But yeah, I mean, I can move a bunch of infantry in here to get a hole, perhaps. But the enemy definitely have challenged me here with trying to get through. Oh, let's go ahead and move a tank up and see if we have any possibility doing damage here. No, that would just do damage to me. So we can do a little bit of casualties here. I will. Yeah, taking this is going to be hard with that river being in the way. And I don't really have any bridges. There's a bunch of broken stuff. Oh, I should have hit him with the airstrike. I wish I could take that back. You know, unfortunately, it's not a move that I can undo. So I'm going to go ahead and move this guy here. I'll have this guy come in. That guy off. Fill his hole. Okay. And I didn't mean that the sound as dirty as it came across, but... Alright, so these guys are cut off, and if they stay in this area, they're just going to keep being cut off from supply, and then eventually run out of supply. So, that's actually good for me. Make it easier to crack through there. But definitely I should hit this guy with the air strike. I didn't think about it. Of all the places I could do an airstrike, that was the one that would make the most sense. Okay, well this unit is still in front of me with only 1 strength. Let's see if we can finish him. Come on, back off. There we go. We did make that forward progress. Let's start leapfrogging here. Have you go in. Barely getting that guy. Fortunately, I don't really have anything I can do with that over. And this is just going to be making ground at this. So. There. A better supply now. I still don't have good supply here, but I might be able to get it if I'm able to push a unit back. But hey, we got forward progress up here in the north. Now, this guy may cross the river and try and cut my supply line, and if he does that, that would be a major nuisance. The point that I'm thinking about just crossing the river here, and this guy's out of supply, so let's just cross the river again. Get him into supply. That way, you know, we're holding the line. Okay, so our 2 airstrikes, where are they going to be? I kind of messed up in one area. I honestly think the airstrike should be over here if they're going to be anywhere, though. I think at this stage, the main obstacle in my way is just continuing the rail line. So this guy's on the rail line. He's going to be easy to kill. Matter of fact, how far in can I get here? Because I want to be able to use the engineer if I can. And I'd prefer to use it in a spot that makes sense. Like, definitely we should take this guy out. So that we advance the rail line. Now, what with, I don't know. We'll find out. But I think this guy's going to be a major obstacle to getting through here. So I should hit him with at least 1 airstrike, I think. And then maybe the guy across the river would be the next one. That makes it a little bit more likely we'll be able to get a finish off here. Maybe. We'll try for it. We get him to back off. Unfortunately, get it. But infantry should be able to finish him. So I'll have the infantry move up here and solidify the hold on the rail line. We'll overrun. Unfortunately, I don't have anywhere I can hit that would be casualties. But now I can get my next step, which is crossing the river. Or use the airstrike here to try and do. Because this is our objective we need to get early, so hitting these guys actually makes a lot of sense. Get our stronger armor in here. Go for the strike. We didn't manage to get him to retreat, so that's going to be as far as we get unless we're able to push through somewhere. So I'm going to have to think about what I want to do next here. But that was a good gambit. I think it was worth it. I think that you can probably push in a couple spots. We could go on top of the rail line and try and knock. Now, I should have a fair number of engineers in this area. I'm just trying to see what we can do with them. Like, we've got entrenched guys here. We've got an entrenched guy there. Obviously, moving forward makes a little bit more sense than moving backwards. I feel like my attack here has been slowed. But if that's the case, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to be linking up here, and it'll be a lot easier to drive in once that's done. I think where we need to capture is we need to capture this bridge to give us an alternate way across here. So let's focus our efforts up in the north here. What can we do? Because they have done a good job of encircling me and stopping this advance. So where can we push here? This guy we can do more damage against, and I figure more damage is always better than no damage. So, we'll hit him. Please move back. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And then what do we do? I mean, ideally, we'd hit this guy. They're Soviet motorized. But he's entrenched, which is going to be tough. Deal with. And it's possible I won't even be able to take this guy out. He's weakened and he's got 3 strength, but he's in woods, which makes it a little tougher. And if I move here, then that's going to grind my advance a little bit to a halt, but I might not be able to get that far anyway. So, you know what? Yeah, see, with this strength of a unit, I could only do 2 casualties here, which is, you know, not going to be enough. And this guy, I can only do 1. Now, I may break his entrenchment, which might be worth it. How are we doing on supplies? Too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this guy. Yeah, we can't take casualties like that, but we did get him to breach, which is important. Let's try and breach this guy. Ah, again. We just lost our engineer. That sucks. Yeah, I think my forward advance just ground to a halt here. I could move up here just to do it, which would possibly link these two together. So, you know, it does have advantages. Sure, why not? As long as I can pile in infantry to make sure that that advance keeps going. That loss of that engineers was pretty bad. You know, honestly, I don't care if they go this way, because what are they going to do? No supply over here, so it's not like they're going to do anything with that. Got no good attacks. Let's go ahead and put a body in here. Got no good attack there either. Go ahead and put a body in here to push that line up a bit. We may be able to link in some better supply lines here. You should be able to form up there. But we do have to worry about this guy, don't we? Let's just get rid of this guy. Kind of a thorn in my side right now. Cornered. Finish him. Okay. This guy go here. Have this guy in here. And if this guy wants to come down this way, I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish much because my supply line's coming from this direction. So as long as I keep this guy from doing anything naughty, be fine. Okay, and if this guy wants to cross the river, go ahead. I'll go ahead and move up. Well, honestly, I think I should move up this way. Just so I mean, because there's only going to be so much I can do here. Until I can get to this bridge and go around, there's only so much I can do. Unless I plan to do, like, the link up here. But, you know, I think this is not a bad move. And the enemy won't really be able to capitalize on this and do anything scary with it. 1, 2, 3, probably as far as they're going to be able to get. And this is all zone of control, so they'll stop. Alright. Not as successful as I'd like, but hey, it's something. This went well. So you can't go upset with that. I feel like I could have handled this middle section a little bit better. I mean, more of this area. Okay, let's see what we can do now. We already did the south, right? Yeah, so it's just this little section in here. What can we do with it? We've got tanks that we don't have any bridges or anything to cross. We have one here. The question is, would we be in supply if we went? Okay, what can we do here? That's terrible. Terrible. We gotta keep him locked down, though, so that's gonna slow things down. Let's try and cross this bridge. Got the breach. So I will be able to put infantry in on that guy. Can't quite get a tank up in there. But at this point, we've hit a roadblock, so the tanks are going to better serve me pushing in a different way. So I'll move this tank up here. We'll hit this guy. Beat up on him. This tank is going to move up into the woods here and try and get me into where we need. You're gonna... Oh, no, we can't get there. We may be able to get there if I'm able to move this infantry into the right position. Or actually, let's move the tank there. How are we doing on supply? Alright. Got him. Now we can move him there. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. See if we can hit this guy. I was hoping he could back off. I can swap that guy for that guy. Actually, another attack from an engineer makes a lot of sense here. So, go with that. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, we got one more attack. This should do it. Got him. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Alright, well, we got another attack. I mean, we're just gonna have to take a little bit of shuffling of guys here. Okay. That's one of those situations where you curse this game. Alright, so we definitely want to move our engineer up. I say that. Do we really want to move that engineer up? Because we have a situation here. This guy, he could cut this engineer off, but I'd like to have him in a position where we can try and push across this river. And the engineer is going to be the best one for that job. I'm probably also going to airstrike heavily here. Let's do the rest of our moves first, though, and kind of figure out what we can do. So, as I said, we don't want this guy to be able to escape, because that would be bad. So let's just go ahead and put this guy here. We have to do more shuffling. We always can. I'll hold on that just for the meantime, because I just want to see where my men are going to be. We're not going to really be doing much here, so go ahead and move that guy. Okay. Yeah, because if we get in a circle here, that's our objective, right? That's the one we need to get on turn 4, so we need to work towards that. Okay, so we want to be able to leapfrog men in. Oh wow, we're just hard stopped by the woods here, so we gotta breach in on the open ground, it looks like. And they unfortunately got some good anti-armor defenses in here. Okay, well, what can we do here? We're gonna do 1 damage, we can do 2 damage. Oh, let's try and break in here. We really can't afford those casualties. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move up, because we've got bodies here. That wood's stopping me anyway. I'm assuming, yeah, I can't really get any good casualty yet. So I think motorized infantry is going to be the one that has to do something here. Okay, now can we do damage? Looks like we can. Between these infantry, I think we'll have enough to maybe push him aside. Still not dead. Smack him again. Go. Now let's go for this move. We'll look around, see what kind of casualties we can do where. I think this is going to be the one that makes the most sense because we've got a very high chance of getting him to move back. If we can get him to move back, then I can move more infantry in. Go. Actually, let's just move the motorized infantry up. Yeah, you can move into the woods, so that works. You into the woods. I mean, we can move you all the way up here. First off, what's our supply situation? Not bad. Question is going to be fill the holes. Can they just cut me off from supply? Maybe. I was thinking more move here because it's a safer move. Then we... Oh no, we can pull that off. Well, unless we want to stop this guy from doing things, because he maybe could get in here and cut this rail line. So you know what? Let's be safe here. I'll move this unit here. Because we don't want this guy to be able to run wild on us. We'll move here. We did get some forward progress in this area. And we're not that far from linking these two forces up and really pushing on this guy. Then everything else is just kind of a holding action right now because it'd just be bad casualties for me if I pushed. I don't have that much ability to get back casualties, and I have been taking some in bad spots, and you know, just one of those things, bad luck, really. Honestly, if I move this guy up, would this guy be able to do anything too bad? In theory, he could come over here and cut off the supply. But we do have this infantry here. I think I held them because I was trying to see what we could get done here. Now, in theory, I could come over here and do more attacking, get aggressive play, but this guy could cut me off of supply. I always hate allowing the enemy to be able to do that. You know, honestly, let's move this guy here. Because if this guy can go that way, what is he going to hurt? He's going to link these two units together? Oh, ooh, that's not really that big of a deal. Cutting off the supplies, that's a problem. So, yeah, let's move here. Then let's get aggressive. We'll move this guy up. Should be in supply just fine. And maybe we can squeeze a unit across the river. Successful. Okay. Well, next turn these guys will be weakened because they've been cut off a significant amount of time. And we continue to go along the rail and get our men good supply. So yeah, I mean, we've made good progress in the south. I think that's everything that we can do this turn that would make sense. A lot of these other attacks, that wouldn't make sense because we would just hurting our units severely. There's probably a couple places that the enemy could attack me and do heavy casualties to me, like they did last turn, I believe. Maybe in this spot or somewhere. They may be able to do some heavy casualties to one of my units. I mean, that is what it is. What else can you... What can you do if they go for that? Probably this unit will attack me, I'm guessing. Alright, well... Let's end the turn, as I don't think there's anything else for me to do. There is something I missed. Well, you know, it is what it is. Trying to scan over here and see. Like, did I use both of all my engineers? Yeah, I think I did. All right, end the turn. There's a lot to keep track of in this battle. It's such a big battle. You need to get reinforcements down here. And they did manage to cross the river, unfortunately. Following potential advances. Yeah, I expected them to do this stuff, but it does make their units vulnerable. Maybe it'll cut me off from supply, but... gives me forward momentum to a certain extent. So I allowed this guy to escape, unfortunately. Yeah, I suspected they attacked me in a couple spots. I'm a little worried about this one and my ability to finish it, because I may just lose units through attrition. And maybe that's the whole idea of this particular... Oh, wow, they backed off entirely from this area. Kind of expected them to try and stop me from getting through here. Okay, the enemy's getting a nice entrenched line here. Alright. These units are weakened. Unfortunately, this guy is not... Oh, the weather! The weather always has to strike at the worst times, doesn't it? Alright, well, I think advancing in the south is going to be our best option. Fortunately, the weather has caused me to have a very specific corridor that I have to go down. I mean, this has screwed me for this turn pretty heavily. But we have to make them pay for trying to cut off my supply, more or less, so... that's what we're going to do. That's the idea. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Because we were cut off from supply, this guy didn't regroup. So he's severely weakened and unable to really do much. Oh, come on. I'm also in bad weather too, so this is just a very bad situation here. I'm not going to be able to stop them from cutting my line, and then I'm going to be out of supply, probably a combination of the weather and other stuff. Wow, still that bad of a chance? They're doing a phenomenal job of holding me here. I mean, I'm sure the weather doesn't help. Ugh, this turn is looking to be almost nightmarish. Oh. Let's hit him here. Have the tank move up. Off. In theory, they may be able to cut me off from supply, but Hey, we do what we can do there. And this turn was so important for me to have this roll in. Oh. Yeah, I think there's no option here but to back off and just, you know, deal with it. Because being cut off from supply here, I realized it was a possibility. This is even more infuriating, that these guys are in this situation where they still are strong and not really... I can't do any casualties to these guys. Alright, well I do have the air attacks, and I don't remember where I was going to use them. I don't think using them here would make sense. Probably in the weather, and you know, that has its own issue. We do have the crossing of this bridge, which honestly, it's looking pretty damn weak right now. I think the link up here is actually, you know, fairly realistic. Pull off. Let's see if we can smash this guy across the bridge. Okay. That should be nice and easy now. Overran him. I'm not sure that really helps too much. Go ahead and just finish him there. Might as well put a body in there, and then the tank, and at least should be able to move into another spot, like, you know. I'm not sure though, because of the way the woods are. Alright. Well, let's try and link these guys up, just so that we have that supply line in a nice situation. Okay. You're dead. Yeah, so I can't link it up with the motorized infantry. I am going to use the infantry here. So if I can't get my tank across, which I can, good. Not a bad little cross. Do some damage here. Well, this is our objective that we need to take, so I think we focus on that with the air attacks and things, see if we can get... Okay. I think the tank should do this attack. Infantry follow up. Still not great odds, fortunately. Perfect. Then we can move the tank in. Maybe in a vulnerable spot, but I feel like we gotta push here. Alright, so the question is, can we contain this bullcrap? from being able to do anything. I mean, because as we can see here, even attacking somebody that's been cut off from supply this long. Now, this unit is severely injured and probably should back off, as it's not going to be able to do a whole lot and it's just going to keep taking casualties. So, I'll go ahead and do so. You're not going to be able to hold the line any longer. And if these guys can cross up to here, then they've already made it out more or less. But let's hit them here. You gotta be kidding me. Like, these guys are unkillable. We take so many casualties trying to get them dead. Got overrun there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that move with that unit, but it is what it is. We can guarantee that he's not going to be he's not going to be around much longer. Now, maybe that was the wrong place to attack with the engineer. I kind of look at that now and kind of wonder it, but we are going to try and cross this bridge if we can, but they put more bodies here, making it kind of difficult. We can do good casualties here without using the engineer, so I'll go for it. I kind of half want to put the tank here so we can hit this guy from the other side of the river, but the problem with that is I won't be able to move the motorized infantry as well. Alright, well, let's hit here. Well, that was a good hit. I might be able to finish him off with just standard infantry. I am going to cross the river, though, so we get going on that. Okay. Kind of want this guy to move here and attack, but I feel like this attack is a waste. But we may not be able to finish him with any other unit. Oh, they didn't stop me from crossing bridge here? Alright. I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, so this is kind of a waste, but it's me being able to do stuff with this tank, I guess. So, we'll go for it. Cross to there. Alright, well, it's a start. Three, help me out here. Have the engineer cross in. Fortunately, we have no good attack there. Okay, it looks like I'm not going to get that far beyond the city anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this guy off. We can link up rail line. Might get that forward progress we need. Fortunately, that's not a good attack for me. Kind of still in a tough spot here. The weather! Yay! Remove there so you can't cut off my supply line. Guy up or across. Possibility as well. Definitely moving this tank across. Yeah. I mean, honestly, does it benefit me to cross now? I don't know if it does. Doesn't look like I'm getting much further there. Just hold this guy down. Can't do much to him because, again, it seems like the enemy infantry in this particular combat is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, combat stats-wise, I should be better than they are. Well, anyway, I think this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.